Okay. Let's see what we can do. We've got
We
about...
did it. We took Umbara.
No, not my clones. Not my clones. We got about an hour left. I want to level up. It feels like I'm leveling up so fast. You guys said there's no level cap in this game, I think. Hey, look at my vitality, 105. How high did my... I feel like my vitality was like 35 points. No, just kidding. It wasn't. But it was really, really bad all of the first game. Attributes. So... I guess we have to go talk to Kreia. And I know some of you were talking about like the amount of dialogue. I like the dialogue. I like talking to the characters a lot. I mean, sometimes if I'm really sleepy and it's like a lore dump kind of dialogue, I get kind of zoned out, but in terms of like just getting to know the characters and bantering and getting some info on like things we don't know about our character, I love that. I've begun the process of tacoing. It's capped at 50. Okay. I'm at level 8 already. I'm like, it's gonna probably slow down at some point, but we're a dex build again. Yes. I love my dex builds. Okay, what can I get myself? I can't get level 2. I want the improved heal. Can't get that or improved night speed. I feel like it's forcing me to get powers that I don't necessarily know if I want. But this might be kind of interesting because last time I focused in on like 3 main powers and made those my entire personality. Oh, I'll get force push because this turns into wave. Mayray! Welcome in! We finally made it to our ship with a few crew members, including your boy. Atton didn't die in the prologue, so he might actually be around for a minute. Mr. Verbal, hello, also. I'm reading High Republic books. One of my favorite characters is Umbaran. No! Jedi's gonna murder a bunch of clones. I hate... I'm so sad when I think about it. The Clone Wars is a damaging show to watch. Like, I feel like I'm... Like, if someone would have just said, oh, there were the Clone Wars, you know? And it's like, oh, there were clones in a war. I would have been like, okay, whatever. But then you actually watch it and you're like, damn. That's actually so messed up. Like, it's so tragic. The whole thing. I'm a little drunk. Yay! I hope you're having a good weekend. Medigel skill? Heal and res. Oh yeah, you're right. Wait. Where's the res one?
There. Finally. Over.
The mission. The nightmares. I can't. Like, when you think about it, it's like, what? Did you have to humanize the clones, though? Did you have to do that? Force suppression is good, too, I feel. That's what Malik kept using on me, I think. Where's the res ability? Okay, I can't get that yet. That's gonna be next level. Why only a little? Did they have to make it? Did they also have to make them sexy? Yeah. Not just humanized, but like the most perfect humans that you could think of. Like, they're like, let's make the most beautiful, perfect people and make them soldiers and just destroy their lives. In fact, not even give them real lives and just, it's so... How else would you get the audience to care? Stop. We're not that shallow. It's also their voices. And their personalities. I mean, not all of them have sexy personalities, but a lot of them do. Okay, let's go talk to Kreia. Let's see if T3 has anything. Could you stop moving around the ship? It's hard to find. No, T3. Oh, I can get spikes. Yes. You look like you've suffered a lot of damage over the years. That was so sad. How much damage? They didn't choose Jango for his battle prowess. They chose him because he's the prettiest man in the galaxy. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. Yeah, age accelerated child. Yeah, exactly. It's such a tragic, it's such a, like, when you just hear about it, you're like, okay, clone soldiers. But then it's so tragic, you actually stop to think about it, and that's what the whole show does such a good job showing. Let's destroy Zara. I can't. So every woman can have a copy of it? Nice. I mean... They don't get to have lives, though, so not really. Not really. So you lost a lot of programs in your behavior core in addition to damage to your frame. That's so sad. You're cloning millions of buff men. You want them to be ruggedly handsome. Exactly. That was a really smart move. Like, can you imagine if they weren't? It'd be so tragic. I mean, okay. It's tragic either way, but I'm sure you'll gain that skill back. I'm glad to have you along. I want to be nice to T3. You can just... Bro, this is probably what Atton would say to you. But I'm not him. I might be able to upgrade your memory core. Shoot. At least I'm working on my computer skill. I failed. I'll be careful. Maybe I should wait on this. Did you go light or dark side? It was light side. Imagine if they all looked like 99. Oh! Too many handsome clones. Guys, don't indulge my clone problem. It's a problem. I started reading fan fiction because of the clones. Like, I have never read fan fiction. I don't need to be indulged in this. Don't agree with me. Just tell me to get help and move on. I'll say I'll be careful, but I don't. Let me ask you some questions. You look like you're in need of some routine maintenance. My repair skill is 0. I don't think I should do this right now. Bye. Influence gained. Nice! I got T3 influence! Security system? Wow, we've upgraded. Excuse me, I could have been spying. What's he doing with his gun? I don't think we had that in the last game unless I totally missed the opportunity to spy on everyone. First step is admitting you have a problem. Don't ask the second. I know I have a problem. It was fives. It was fives. I'm not even a Rex simp. Like, I feel like everybody loves Rex first. Like, I love Rex platonically. But it was fives where I was like, that one. And then also it was Gregor after that. Oh wait, HK. Is this the HK? No, I'm never gonna have a repair skill. Damn you, game. Wait, how did that work? I have 0 repair skill and it worked. There's no way it was only that one Twi'lek hooking up with the clones. Yeah. I mean, if I would have been there. When you love clones a bit too much. There's a mod that hides weapons in cutscenes. Ah, the full experience. Nice, nice. Yeah, I had chose carefully clone shopping. You know, I have my top favorite clones. I thought you were talking about Rex from Mass Effect. No. No, not that Rex. Yeah, and everyone yelled at me to have repair. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, that worked. I don't know. Now I'm like, do I start doing a repair? So like you have a +1 if you get intelligence. Interesting. Now I just needed the parts. I can't believe it let me do that anyway. It's like success. Where did Kreia go? We're just gonna explore. Oh, cool. Nobody used to be in this room. We're built a bear. Oh my god, you guys are killing me. At least you guys understand me about the clones.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give.
When you lost your hand, I felt it too.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it.
If I could, I would have protected you. I'm sorry for your loss. Oh my god. Consider the pain a lesson. If I felt the loss of your hand, what would have happened if you had died? I thought she did die. I was like, why are they just focusing on the hand? Is she not dead? Does anyone know if the main character is the one who needs to repair HK? I don't know. Yeah, you can't switch characters when you're on the ship. So it kind of sucks because it's like balancing other people to have different skills than you doesn't always help in these situations. Because you can't be good at everything. Like, it's always... I was supposed to hurt him. No. You're promoting those Karth clips so much. How old are the clones? The clones are not that old in our years, but the clones are fully grown adults, men. They age double the speed, so you know. If I could, I would. I don't know what to say here because I feel like this is like this first answer. If I could, I would have protected you. Feels very like Anders to me, and I mean that in a bad way, as in like I feel like I just met her and it's like I would drown us both in blood to keep you safe. Like if it feels a little bit Anders, but I feel like it's also maybe the more supportive answer. So sure, I would have protected you.
Save your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around.
Oh, okay. Anders Hercules. The chaos that was your KOTOR playthrough. I love it for that. I love it for that, though. They planned it to make you play more than once, right? Yep. That's true. That's true. Guys, their biological age is adult, and so is their mental age. Anders is creepy. I mean, he's a little bit over the top. I flirted with him a little bit, and then when he said that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and talk to Fenris. And then I romanced Fenris, who yelled at me a lot too, but in a different way. So it was like, okay, choose how you want to be yelled at by these men in Dragon Age 2. Looks like you're the one who needs some help. Seems to me you need to learn to listen. If we travel together, then we need to work together. Yeah, that's a good answer.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs
How am I
training and
being-
guidance, it is you.
I'm just saying I'm here for you. I'm just trying to say I want you to be my companion, and I'm trying to be here for you. What would have happened if it had been more intense? What if you had died?
I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme.
Okay, more extreme. I felt like my hand was dipped in molten carbonite. Not this debate again. When he was like, "Don't, I'll only hurt you," I was like, "Okay, bye." Yeah, that's all the red flags I needed. Like, okay, if you say you're gonna hurt me, I'm gonna listen. Yeah, I mean, I had a rivalmance with Fenris, and it was also a little bit volatile. Like, I was kind of like, some people like it because they're like, oh, it's angsty and blah blah blah. I was like, I'm probably gonna cry, but it's okay. Like, what consequence? Death? Would it have been lethal? I like option number 1 because the molten carbonite is classic.
Then the sensation you would feel upon my death might be less than that, though much quicker.
Would it have killed me? Are you saying my life is tied to yours?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both
What?
ways. I
Why?
would not wish to test
Why
it,
do we have-
nor should you?
Why do we have this problem? What can we do? I don't want my actions to place you at risk. Then we'll work together and try to be careful until we can fix this. This link is a threat to me and an inconvenience. We need to sever it now. I want to know why we have this bond, but apparently I will not allow my life to be tied to some half-dead delusional old woman. Oh my god. At your age, you could die any moment. That scares me. That scares me. All the way to Endor. An actual episode about how democracy okay to clone child army to fight. Yeah, well, it was just Palpatine that declared it. He got emergency powers and was like, this is the Republic Army. And that was it. I think that... I don't remember. I think we get a little bit more into the backstory of, like, Sifo Dyas requesting the clone army, but I don't remember that very well, so I'll have to I'm rewatching it, so... So what can we do? I don't want my actions to place you at risk. Then we'll work together and try to be careful until we can fix this. I mean, that makes sense.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus.
Oh, finally I can ask why there's the bond. Well, how could this bond have happened?
I confess its nature eludes me as well. but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep.
We're always
It seems
bonded
the
to someone.
Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Both possess the Force Chain special ability. When either of you uses a Force power on yourself, ooh, oh, that's cool.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
What if she bonded herself to me? Yeah, when Jar Jar gave Palpatine Dictator. Yeah, literally. It was Jar Jar. I can't even believe it. They're not adults as such, the low age plus specialized training. Well, yeah, they don't have a normal human experience. They don't get like a normal human experience for sure. I mean, they're just made to be soldiers, you know. So what do we do? I need to know more about the Sith hunting us. What is this? So what do we do?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
All the galaxy will echo. Must be someplace we can go. Is there any place where we can retreat to? We can't keep running. We can't just keep running.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters.
It's the
It is
journey.
All
Oh!
paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
Where are we bound again?
You fools!
Enough for what?
Before the war, Jedi who failed their training were sent to the fields of Telos to serve the galaxy, not as Jedi Knights, but as farmers and laborers.
What?
The destruction of Telos was complete.
Maker's
Without any
breath.
Jedi remain. Yet there may be echoes of their passing. We shall see.
Ghosts? Jedi ghosts! Bailey Yaddle, welcome in. Welcome in. An intern handed the Republic. Karth's homeworld? I swear to God, he's gonna show up and he's gonna be like 10 times as sexy. And I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. The very fragile string keeping me up, I'm gonna lose it. What if we find no trace of Jedi teachings on Telos to help us? That plan seems weak. How's it going? It's going well. It's going well. We finally got out of the tutorial section. We don't have the time to scour an entire planet for Jedi relics. So what if you find no trace?
Then I am left with nothing more than we had already. My faith in you and your ability to meet what comes.
Well, you have faith in me, but you're kind of mean to me sometimes. Other questions?
Ask.
I could feel the Force again.
Indeed. And was it the same as before?
Different, faint. Felt like a whisper, like the call. I love this because it reminds me of the calling at the edge of hearing.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
What? The Jedi did this to me?
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
Oh my God, not again. Not the Karth clips. It's like deafening someone, blinding them, but to cut off one from the Force, like losing all your senses at once.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you.
Oh my God. They did it just because I got exiled. It's gonna change how you experience Caden, probably. I also watched the Caden romance and I liked that. I liked it. So I was already kind of changing toward that. There's got to be a way to reverse what they did. If Jedi were not already gone and dead, I would end their lives for doing this to me. Don't believe they would. It seems too cruel.
If not the Jedi, then what did you think was the cause of such a loss?
I don't know. In defying the Jedi Order to follow Revan to war, I thought I had somehow lost my connection. I thought I'd lost it by my actions, by forgetting my training. This is interesting. There's a lot of like different roleplay opportunities. I thought I had the Mandalorian, or I thought the Mandalorian war is the cause. I did much that I'm not proud of. Oof. I believe that serving Revan had corrupted me. You probably would have romanced Caden if you didn't murder him. Yeah, and I... maybe. Yeah, maybe I would have. He would have come back and I would have been like, well. Actually, can you romance him starting in the first game? I don't even know. I don't remember. I have to admit, your room looks very cool in the background. Thank you! This is the pillow fort. I have like 13 pillows with characters on them. That's most of the background. But then there's some books and lots of shiny things. Severed me from my powers. Driven me to the dark side. Ooh, I don't know what I want to go with here. I thought I had lost it by my actions by forgetting my training and teaching to the Jedi.
War leaves many scars, but rarely does it blind one to the Force. If anything, conflict and challenge may make the connection stronger, more intense. No matter what horrors you experienced in the war, no matter who you served, it is unlikely that the Force would be lost to you unless another
I feel like
factor was
something
involved.
must have happened. Other than just this. Can anything be done? There must be a way.
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
Maybe a Sith will do it. But you said it's possible. How?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope.
I feel like she
I
linked
may be
me on
able to
purpose.
teach you, train you
and
to feel
didn't
the
tell
Force
me.
again. And if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo
Training
the damage
montage
they have
2.0.
done.
Yes. There are no other Jedi. I am my own master. I have no need of teachers. Your new empire. But there are no other Jedi.
Then I am your only hope, as you are mine. We are a sad pair, you and I, to defend the galaxy against such a thing. I offer to train
She's
you
kinda
to
cool.
become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
I have no use for mentors, but a servant, yes. Oh, I would welcome whatever aid you offer.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can
Nice.
to you through my words and presence.
Garrus be like, huh? Oh my god. Caden romance is awkward in all 3 games. Yeah. Yeah, I flirted with him accidentally and I was immediately panicked. I love the Grey Ward. I'm obsessed with Grey Wardens. Very, very obsessed with Grey Wardens. There's another question I wish to ask you.
Ask.
Okay, I can feel the Force. Can you tell me what happened since the Mandalorian Wars?
Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Melaxle 5.
Oh gosh, here's the info dump. I want to know about Revan and Malak. That's like Frodo and Sam. Tell Tell me about the Mandalorian Wars.
It is a tale you already know well. Almost a decade ago, the Mandalorians began preying on the Republic, bringing the fires of war to many planets along the Outer Rim. Their predations continued, winning victory after victory, until the Republic finally begged the Jedi Council for aid.
Yes,
But only a
we've been
few of the
expecting
Jedi
you.
Knights helped. Bailey, thank you for the follow. Or Zamaria is really long, yeah. I love the Deep Road stuff, though. Kreia romance. They agreed, but did not move fast enough, so we had to. Only some answered the call like I did.
Indeed, the Jedi Council counseled caution and patience to assess the Mandalorian threat as
What
the
were
Outer
you
Rim
doing during this
burned.
time? Revan and Malak refused to wait. I know this part. What happened after the war? They refused to wait.
Two Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, defied the Jedi Council. They challenged the Mandalorian
I like
fierceness
hearing
and
this.
brutality on the battlefield with a viciousness of their own. Revan's entrance into the conflict marked the true beginning and end of the war. It was Revan who drove the Mandalorians back into the unknown regions.
They fought savagely until the end.
Yet Revan triumphed. But you know this, for you were there at Melaxle 5, when the Mandalorians were crushed beneath Revan's might.
I know, I like her voice. Many Jedi died.
You speak the truth. The war's end was merely another beginning, and what seemed a victory for the Republic was far from it. Many believed the Mandalorians defeated at Melaxle 5, but the Mandalorians taught the Jedi much through battle, and so it was that Malak, Revan, and the Jedi that followed them discovered their true natures in the Mandalorian crusade. But you know this.
I feel like she sounds like Morrigan, but like older. I felt them fall, the war had consumed them. The some battles must be fought was not Revan's failing. If I could, I would have followed them. Ooh la la. It was not Revan's failing.
Did Revan fail? Or was it the failure of the Jedi teachings? A question for another time, perhaps. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in
I like
battle
that.
after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic.
That's an interesting way to put it. Didn't the Order try to stop them?
Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still.
What happened to Malak?
As all Sith do, without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War.
What happened to Revan? Does Revan still live?
No one knows, certainly not I. After defeating Malak, Revan left the Republic, and there are none who know where she has gone. It is said that the Sith remnants turned on themselves after Revan defeated Malak, reducing Korriban to ruin as the Republic still bleeds and struggles for life. Where Revan wanders now.
I wonder if it would be different if I got a successful romance. Are you romancing, son? Romancing Kreia! Is Kreia my type? Revan saved the Republic.
It would seem that way
From a certain
point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds
Gaslight
that have yet to
gatekeep girl
heal.
boss.
We shall see if
Kenobi.
the Republic has the strength to survive.
Okay, yeah. We must do what we can until it has a chance to recover from the war. If the Republic is weak, it didn't deserve to win. Should have kept her. Malak and Revan should have crushed the Republic. We'll do what we can.
A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast.
So you're a
that
little bit
labours for breath
Sith,
and
huh?
has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive.
Or is she a clone? Jedi Civil War. That could be a Marvel movie. This is before you could import saves. Ah. No, I knew you were going to say that. That's why they make you say those things in conversation. Yeah, I was almost debating. I was like, why wasn't there a save import? But yeah. Let them burn? Can anything be done to help the Republic?
We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you.
Oh, that's so... Because I'm the Last Jedi?
The Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come.
That was very poetic.
Ask.
Ooh, if it was well adapted, that would be so cool. Star Wars Captain America Civil War. Yes, wise Kreia, the true war was never the one in which millions died.
Much has happened in the galaxy.
What happened after the war?
As you know, Revan and Malak went to war against... As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorian, in the end, the Mandalorian...
Okay.
Much...
Did I cover all these? Revan and Malak?
As you know, Revan and Malak went... As...
That's it, okay. Okay.
Ask.
I think that's everything. More about the
These
Sith.
Sith, they
I
seek
don't know if I
the
clicked
death
this.
of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split.
First split?
Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It
Look,
a
I
terrible
was
thing.
there.
A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
That's so cool. But this is this true canon, or has this been like rejected, or what? Common people don't know the difference between a Jedi and Sith and heard the rumors about Jedi turning into Sith. Yeah. Is canon and legends. So then what is our canon? What is the canon origin of this same story. Like, what is the canon origin of the Sith? We don't know. So they just haven't said anything. Oh, Sith continue the Crusades. Sith seem different.
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules.
The funny thing
dark side that
is,
shall reign, unchecked.
the funny thing about this is like making me think about this so much, because if they got what they wanted and they kill all the Jedi, and let's say that there's just this Sith, you know, they killed all the Jedi, it's just their group, the Sith. Like, at some point, if the Jedi can cause like schism and civil war that leads to the branching off of the Sith when there were only Jedi before, you'd have to believe that the opposite is true, that if there were just Sith, that there would at some point arise, because the Force is part of that, you know, like that there would at some point arise a schism in the Sith group that would basically reproduce Jedi again. Like, right? So it's like, if you're gonna, like, your goal is to kill all of them, but I feel like eventually it would just lead to the same thing. Like, how long could you control it? Disney mostly allows this stuff. It fits since they have so little lore. Legends content ran for 30 plus years, while canon's just 8 plus. That's wild. Treat as canon until they're explicitly replaced. That makes sense. That makes sense. They talk about it some in Clone Wars. I'm rewatching Clone Wars now because there's like so much content in it. Clones. but for real, there's like so much that I missed / didn't absorb / I feel like I know more things now, so maybe I'll pick up on, you know. I've never seen Sith assassins like those. They were extremely weak. Yeah, that's true. They were. I was thinking they were very weak.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this.
What does that mean?
Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become.
Oh.
As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
Much more feasible for a Jedi to fall and bring about the Sith than the Sith to redeem and become Jedi. I don't know if I believe that, though. I feel like it could go either way. Maybe it is easier to fall than to redeem, but I feel either way you would have people feeling the Force in different ways and questioning things about there being like one way. Enemy leveling. Yeah, right? Corrupts and taints all that it touches. Only splits the Sith Order happen when they fought each other. Really? I don't know. Maybe it's like naive to believe that it would. But I don't know. I guess I don't know to what extent I don't know. I guess this comes back to like, how do you feel about the redemption and things from the dark side that we see? You know, is that, I don't know. Yeah, there are some that get redeemed and turned to the light side, but maybe you have to have someone guiding you that is light side. I don't know. There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors that go into it. And I don't doubt that they would be fighting each other too. Like, even if it wasn't like they recreated, you know, a light side again, they would be fighting each other, but I don't know. I guess I just find it hard to believe that the light side could just disappear forever, that there would be like no beings. You know, that like you could kill all of the beings that have the light side and it would never reemerge. Like, because the only people left with the Force were dark side. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I don't know if that's true or accurate, but I just feel, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's human nature. Like, I get that the dark side corrupts you and changes who you are, but isn't it also human potential to also be good? The episode where Anakin... Oh, where there's like the brother and sister and father, that episode? Yeah. Galaxy full of people, there'll always be both sides. That's what I'm thinking. The Jedi is just a religion. Yeah, that's true. They're not just the light side. Well, it's this is a very interesting thing to think about. I'm just thinking about their goal of killing all of the Jedi. And like to what end? Like what does that do? Does it eliminate light side users? Does it just get rid of that way of life? Like, does it get rid of those things? Do you not want to talk about it? Show you how wrong both the Jedi and the Sith are. The Force wants balance. Yeah. It's just, this is interesting. I like thinking about this stuff.
Ask.
I think I asked you everything. Yep.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
She really hates him. Oh, hey, we can talk about him. Oh, this is great. The fool has a name. I'd like you to start using it. He's not a fool, but he does feel odd to me. That's what I'm saying! There's something going on with him. Atton isn't so bad, just, well, maybe he is. Yeah, he's pretty bad. I'll crack his skull. If he... Okay. He does feel... I want to say this because I want to see what she says if I say he feels odd.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first and his allies next.
Okay. Okay. Told me to stay away from him. I got companion influence up and down in that conversation. The third option was your impression of him? Oh, was it really? I keep skipping over the... Let's finish exploring the ship first, and then we'll go back and talk to Atton. Better talk to her, she's going through stuff. Yeah. He is worse. He's horrible. She basically called him, she's like, he's kind of got some, you know, lab station. Ooh, nice. So like he'll betray you for a corn chip, maybe. T3 moves around repairing stuff. I like the dialogue. I don't mind sitting and spending time with the dialogue and the characters and just like talking with chat about the things that they say. I don't know. Like, I'm not always in the mood for it, but when I'm in the mood for it, like, hey, this is where Canderous used to be. Well, maybe he is. At least 2 corn chips. Like, I'm pretty hungry. I could use another corn chip. Okay. Well, the ship looks a little bit emptier than I remember. You know, let's go talk to Atton. It does a better job explaining KOTOR 1. It does. So that's why I was like, I could skip the dialogue about it because
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
because like we played through it, but I like hearing it because it, I don't know, it's nice to hear like the story told after, rather than being in it is different than hearing it told later, you know? Most of its crew are dead or dying. But we saw a holovid of Karth. Play the Old Republic to learn what happened after this? Wait, the Old Republic? I don't know when I'm gonna play it after this, but... Daniel, have a good one. Let's try talking to Atton. I feel like this is gonna be a nightmare. Look at him, typing away with his gun.
How's our passenger? She's still aging?
Is she still aging? Cryptic as always. For someone without much to say, she sure says she did say a lot.
Yeah, to you maybe. I don't usually hear much beyond fool and imbecile. She's lucky she's a Jedi, or someone would have killed her years ago. I mean, how old do you think she is? She may have been good looking once, but it takes some hard living to make creases like that.
First of all, you're typing onto nothing. Second of all, this guy is like... good looking. Are you that desperate?
Hey, I just got out of prison. If we had a decent navicomputer, trust me, we'd be dropping out of hyperspace into the Nar Shaddaa Red Sector right now.
After spacing that old witch, of course.
Oh my god. I can't even believe that you are the Karth replacement. Like, I actually... I'm shocked. Lily, welcome in. Chicken breast, welcome in. Jedi, I'm playing light. I'm just playing by feel. I'm a little bit light side right now, but we're very early in the game. She's gonna romance the hell out of Atton. How can you say that? How can you say that? After what I just said, that's what you conclude? Look, ease off the insults. She was wounded helping us escape, remember? Also, I could have just left you in that cage. I wanted to ask you some questions. Are we still on course? She helped us.
Whoa, all right. Don't get mad at me. Hey, I didn't ask her to stay behind and get her hand cut off, okay? I mean, I appreciate what she did and all, but she could stand to lay off the insults herself, you know?
What did she say to you? I feel like she said something... I feel like she said something to him when I wasn't around. Like, I feel like they had some kind of... I mean, she insulted him to me, but I feel like they had some kind of conversation that I didn't get to witness. Dark side for the win. Fool and imbecile, yeah. Getting empathy from you is like squeezing water from a stone. Never mind, just wanted to ask you some questions. It's like squeezing water from a stone.
Oh yeah? Fool! Well, how much water you get from a stone depends what planet you're on, sister.
What? Also, they brought the sister thing back. I hate that. Maybe he overheard her telling you his only path forward is even further down. Forget it. Just keep your mind on piloting this crate. Crate? Hey, this is a good ship.
You call this piloting? This is nothing. If Paragus had any place other than Telos in its astrogation
it's literally
charts,
nothing.
trust me, that's where we'd be headed.
Well, if you thought Paragus was dead, then Telos is a dying world they're trying to breathe back to life.
Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
I wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, no. Look, I respect your privacy. I mean, when have I ever asked you any questions? I mean, besides that one.
So he doesn't want to talk about himself either. You are so suspicious. Why are the men always so difficult? What did you mean about the galaxy map not being much use?
Well, the astrogation system is voice printed and locked down, but that T3 unit is doubling as the astrogation system. You can try to plot a course, but without that T3 unit to perform the calculations, you'd probably plow us into a star.
As long as he doesn't steal the ship, we should be all right.
I respect your privacy. They just like say the sister thing to I don't know why they say it. They just like throw it in as like a, like Karth said it too, and I don't know why. Who voice printed the astrogation system?
I have no idea. Previous owner, maybe? Love to get it overhauled, but that's a major job. Besides, the droid will be good enough for now.
Why would someone lock it?
Takes all kinds. Maybe someone didn't want anybody taking the ship out of the system, or knowing where the ship had been. Smugglers do it all the time in case the Republic decides to board them. Or so I hear.
Are you a smuggler? You can tell me. I was a smuggler in a fake past life. Who voice printed it? Do you know anything about the assassin droid?
Not much. Except sounds like it was after you. As far as I'm concerned, you handled that pretty well. No more droid, no more problem.
Okay. Why would droids go crazy like that?
Yeah, well, you got me there. Look, droids, I don't trust them. That one we fought,
I can
some
tell.
of them are built like that. Others just, well, break. In the head. Sometimes conflicting
In the
orders
head.
come. Give the droid too much data or tell it to do something it can't do, it'll crack their behavior module in half. Others just don't get memory wipes and they start
Okay,
going
that
crazy.
happens to people too.
Speaking of which, I think that little trash compactor's long overdue. Trust me, droids were made to break. And most
Do you
of
have
all,
some
they're
kind of
predictable and
trauma?
stupid.
What is going on with you? Okay. I think that's it. Let's focus on getting to Telos for the time being.
So, what happened?
What? What are you talking about?
Don't give me that. There were plenty of times back on Paragus where a lightsaber would have been helpful. So where's yours?
What, now you want to talk about my life? I don't have drama, sister. Exiles aren't allowed to keep their lightsabers. Taken from me by the council. Jedi's not defined by their weapon. Let's leave my lightsaber out of this. It's taken from me by the council, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong.
This weapon
Were
is
you
your
a
life.
single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
Definitely double-bladed.
Huh. I hear the twin blades are harder to master, but they can make enemies stampede over each other running for cover.
A lot of Jedi in the Mandalorian Wars use double-bladed sabers. A more aggressive blade gives you more slaughter per swing. Hey, you didn't go red, did you?
Oh. Actually, it was. The crystal is redder than a Lygric's eye. I don't even know what that is. Both the blade and the crystal were unique. It's been so long, I've forgotten its color. I can barely remember what it used to feel like, much less look like. I don't even care. Sure you don't care about a lightsaber. Come on, everybody wants a lightsaber. Did it divorce you like Karth? You know what? I miss Karth so much. Even more after this guy. Like, they were unique.
Yeah? Unique how?
I'm gonna say, ooh, I can say it was orange. I want it to be orange. I'm obsessed with orange lightsabers for some reason. Blue, green, yellow, violet, orange, Viridian blade. What is that? Silver. Oh, that's so cool too. But I'm kind of obsessed with orange, so I want to say that. The Exile's more complex character than Revan. It's like a slightly different green. Okay. Okay. The silver was really cool too, but I have a weak spot for orange, so I'm going to say this one.
Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
It's no matter. It was taken from me long ago.
Alright, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
I got lightside points for saying that I didn't go dark side. Rebuild HK bonus mission. Oh. Cool. It's kind of interesting I don't have quests. This is the only quest right now. But also I don't have quests about the characters. Like there's no log about them unless I missed it.
Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy.
I probably am gonna stop here. I didn't realize that talking would take that long. But it's past midnight now. And I feel like this is a good stopping point before we go to the next Telos. I had a really good time tonight. I'm glad that I like the dialogue. Yeah, I know that makes for like slower portions. It's different pacing, right? Like we might have more. We had a lot of action in the first portions of the stream and then it kind of slows down, but I don't mind. As long as the dialogue is engaging and I care and I'm like thinking through the responses and the characters, I love it. So what did you think of your first weekend as the Exile? I feel like I don't know. It's hard to say, like, what do I like more, like the experience at the beginning of KOTOR 1 or KOTOR 2 so far, because not only are they different, but the fact that I have played KOTOR 1 is like influencing so much of my KOTOR 2 experience. So I don't really know if I can compare them yet, but I am having a great time.